The date for next year's Bahamas Carnival has been set. From May 7th through 9th, thousands are expected to participate. At a cost of $9.5 million it'll be put on. The event has been designed to create year-round economic activity for the creative sector. Well, Chairman of the Bahamas National Festival Council, Paul Major, has expressed confidence in everyone having a chance to make money.
If we're lucky, we'd have a $2–3 million deficit. If we're not lucky, we'd have a $9 million deficit. However, the GDP impact of this on the $9 million, again, there's a multiplier effect of somewhere between 4 and 5% of every dollar spent in the economy that gets contributed to the goods and services of the country. So we're talking about a $27 million GDP impact of increased economic activity throughout the country, even if we don't make $1 in revenue.
Now, the Bahamas Carnival in the spirit of Junkanoo will be made up of 4 events. Junkamania, a concert of Junkanoo orchestras, music masters, where Bahamian musicians will share the spotlight with a Grammy Award-winning artist. Midnight Rush, a Junkanoo street rush and road fever, where attendees will be able to let loose and shake up the streets during the main party in the months leading up to the big event. Major says the commission will undergo a major marketing campaign to encourage as many Bahamians and North Americans to participate in the cultural explosion.
Bahamas Carnival is a collage of culture, a festive occasion for Bahamas and visitors to let loose after Lent. Most other carnivals are pre-Lent. Bahamas Carnival will be after Lent, and intentionally so. We didn't want to compete with them, and we want to get ahead of the rainy season. So that's why we're in early May. Unlike other carnivals which precede Lent, we're doing ours post-Lent. Bahamas Carnival is a high-level entertainment experience which sets the stage for Bahamian recording artists to nurture their sound and express themselves in front of a global audience.
An estimated 800 dogs have died from the outbreak of the canine distemper virus in the capital.
Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources and Local Government V. Alfred Gray said the government, along with local veterinarians, have formulated a plan to address the outbreak, which means restricting travel for puppies and dogs.
If you have an animal, a dog, to have it vaccinated, even though it may not be showing any signs of the distemper disease, it is important that you take it to a vet, either public vet or private vet, to be sure it gets the vaccination it requires. To please ensure that the dog is vaccinated, it is seen by a veterinarian before you buy it, and if you have to take the dog out of New Providence, it will only happen if it has a certificate.
Now, additionally, Gray said $220,000 will be used to buy 5,000 vaccinations to be made available to persons who may not have the means to afford it. Otherwise, he noted specific measures will also be employed when disposing of the dead infected animals.
Disposal of these animals. If the animal dies while being treated, before you can treat it, I'm asking you to please take it to waste management. I've arranged with the Ministry of Environment to have the animal incinerated rather than buried or otherwise disposed in a trash bin. Take it to the waste management on Gladstone Road. They have been apprised of the situation, and they have incinerators where the dogs will be burnt.
The winning logo for the 19th Conference of Commonwealth Education Ministers, or CCEM, was unveiled during a special presentation. Out of 50 submissions from across the country, one winning design claimed the top prize. Education, Science and Technology Minister Jerome Fitzgerald said the logo had to tie in with the conference theme, Quality Education for Equitable Development, Performance Paths and Productivity. For winner Daniel Hanna, he tried to be creative with the design.
I was trying to apply some of the local themes that we have here in our country, and I figured, the maypole was perfect because it sort of represents, the whole theme of the entire conference, to be held next year. The whole idea of the participants taking different paths around the maypole and merging, as the maypole is being plat. I figured it was perfect,
Well, congratulations to that winner. The death of a Long Island fisherman has renewed calls for medical upgrades on the family island. The 45-year-old, according to Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner, died at the dock apparently of decompression sickness or the bends, while bystanders stood by helplessly. The condition affects divers who resurface too quickly. Butler Turner is now calling for more attention on emergency care for islanders. Meantime, the Health Minister, Dr. Perry Gomez, is conceding the deficiencies while also noting upgrades that have been made or are in progress.
Reform, which I know this House will be looking at shortly. I think one of the things that we must get right is certainly improving the health facilities that we have in our chain of islands. I had the opportunity, along with members of and the opposition, to look at the clinic in Harbor Island, and there's a lot lacking there. I don't know when life can be saved and when it can't be saved. But one of the things I would like to recommend to this House is that we look at a means where, especially in these fishing villages, that we perhaps have some type of equipment there to deal with the bends.
I've already submitted, for instance, to the Minister in charge of National Insurance that we need clinics in Farmers Key, new clinics. You know about the clinics that have been built in Exuma proper, as well as the mini hospital in Exuma and the mini hospital in Abaco that should come on stream later this year.